Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Koholim la Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chachach Wadash. And double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth, and just want to say throughout it to all the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's all here sincerely keeping the laws and statutes and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawach. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And your boy Pete Keg's breath, Hegseth, he's the Secretary of War, which they changed the whole department's name for this guy, basically, when it was the Department of Defense, right? So it says, Hegseth accused of hiding Iran's destruction of key U.S. base in Bahrain. The allegations helped explain why the USS Abraham Lincoln's 5,000 sailors have faced food shortages and deteriorating conditions during a record 250-day deployment. David Rode alleged Tuesday that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth concealed the severity of Iranian strikes on the main U.S. naval logistics hub in Bahrain. Because, you got Trump and them not going to tell you the truth, man. And they're not telling the truth about how many people dead, They're not telling you the truth about all this stuff, man. It says the base destruction forced resupply operations to shift to Diego Garcia, over 2,200 miles away, contributing to food rationing and depleted basic supplies aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln. Chaos, bro. Third bullet point on there is the South China Morning Post reported Hegseth is on the verge of losing his job, with the Lincoln crisis and stalled Iran war fueling White House frustration. Yeah, they frustrated, but they're not telling you, the people. You can't even imagine what's going on behind the scenes with these people, man. These people are doofy as hell, man. Matter of fact, let's get the scriptures. I kind of thought of this one, just by the Spirit popped up. Ecclesiastes 4 and 13 and Ecclesiastes 10 and 16. Ecclesiastes 4 and 13, it says, better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king, who will no more be admonished. And that's Donald Trump, man. He's an old, foolish king. Nobody can tell him nothing. He's out here just, he's doing what he wants to do. That's the point, the reason for having advisors, man. The scriptures talks about having good counsel. We can get that too. It says, Ecclesiastes 10 and 16, woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child and thy princes eat in the morning. When you see these people, they act like children. I've been saying that for the past couple of days. Like, as soon as I see the guy on TV, the way he speaks to reporters, the way that he talks, there's just this whole get down. These are children, man. And it's really the Lord breaking, America down, man, and got America looking foolish on the world stage, man. That wisdom is gone. Now, I asked a follow-up question, because you can ask follow-up questions, right? So, let's ask, what's Pete's experience before getting this position? Let's just put in position. Let's see what it says. What's his experience? Like, where did you come from? How are you the Secretary of War? Let's check this out. Let me show you how stupid these people are. If it pops up. Here you go. Before becoming Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth's background was primarily in the military reserves and media rather than large-scale defense management. So what the fuck is he doing there? It's lucky for the for the language and rant. The guy's inexperienced, and then the motherfucker came in there talking about all this DEI shit. Got rid of all you Jake, got rid of all you, so which is good, you know what I'm saying, because y'all ain't got no business in this man's military anyway. Because you can clearly see this motherfucker gonna get your ass killed. You know what I'm saying? This dude don't know what the fuck he doing, just like Trump don't know what the fuck he doing. Right? It says Hegseth served as an Army National Guard officer from 2002 to 2021, completing combat deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. However, critics note he never held a position managing an organization anywhere near the size or complexity of the Pentagon. But Trump put him there, right? Goofy, bro. Bunch of damn children. It says outside the military. Remember when he first came in and he was, you know, he gave the motherfucker had the fuck did he do? He ended up he gave up some secrets, some classification of a strike or something like that. I'm gonna probably pull that up too. But he ended up pulling somehow got a reporter's phone number in the call or the mass text message, so to speak, and you know, and he's on like somewhat of a personal phone like type of deal, like it wasn't like a secure line. I forgot what it was. I'm gonna have to look that up. It says outside the military, Hegseth built his public profile primarily as a Fox News host, and that's what Trump. Look, you got Jean Perot, whatever the fuck her name is. She's off reality TV. You got Dr. Oz, his ass is off reality TV. You got Trump, his ass is off reality TV. Who else is it? There's a few of these people. Most of these people don't know what you got Kash Patel. He's off TV. The FBI director. He's one of those people. So you got a whole inexperienced people running the fucking country, bro. Okay, so it says outside the military, Hegseth built his public profile primarily as a Fox News host, a role that gave him media visibility but not executive level government or defense management experience. And they voted this guy in. He got in there. This lack of traditional resume for the role has been a central point of criticism from policy analysts who argue his nomination reflected a preference for personal loyalty over demonstrated leadership credentials. That's Trump, man. That's crazy work, bro. You looking for an ass kisser. Instead, that's like somebody, you know, you going to get your car fixed, right? You're going to get an oil change or some shit like that. And the dude that's doing the oil change, he ain't never done an oil change in his life, but he's loyal to you. You know, hey, man, I like your suit, I like your watch, I like your, where you get that from, oh, man? You just look, you're just so great, you're so great, you're so great. I'll do whatever you say. It's just crazy, bro. Let me see. Let me put in, what was the scandal? From him putting a reporter, just to see if we can get something to pop up. Classified. Let's see. Golly, they want me to do this. They only give you a certain amount of hookups in here. I haven't signed in or nothing, but you get the point. I mean, we can Google that. Let me see though. We can just see. This is just show you how doofy these people are. What was the scandal with Pete Hegseth? During the mass text of classified information on an unsecure line. Let's see what pops up. Something got to pop up. It says Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth faced a major security controversy. This as soon as he came through. Dubbed Signalgate. That's the name of the hookup. After using the unencrypted messaging app Signal on his personal phone to share sensitive, real-time tactical details about U.S. airstrikes against Houthi militants in Yemen. The primary scandal erupted because a journalist from the Atlantic was inadvertently added to the private group chat. Just goofy, bro. And I'm trying to think, did somebody get killed because of this shit? Well, anybody could have. You know, somebody, you know, not to say that they were, but he could have got a whole bunch of motherfuckers killed even if that wasn't the case. But still, You on your personal phone sending messages and somehow got a reporter. How that happens, who knows? Anyway, though, but this is Trump's guy. He's the Secretary of War. You know, let's get some more scripts. It's that one on counsel. You have to have good count. Let me see. Let me just put in the word counsel. I could have probably put in the word counselor. I think it's spelled differently in here too. Yeah, I think it's maybe spelled with a U. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably spelling that wrong as hell. Alright, here we go here. Proverbs 1:5, a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. And Trump don't have that. He don't have wise counsels. And if he do, he not listening to him. You know, it's somebody in there got to know something. You know, they ain't like, you know, but that's really, it's by the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that they're making those dumbass moves like that. It's another one too. I know it's way more than that. Let me see something real quick. There's quite a few on that one. This might be, let's see here, Salakia, bear with me. Let's get the Proverbs real fast. Yeah, man, we need wise counsel. I mean, even amongst the brethren, man, you know, we have the brethren to you know, ask questions about certain things, man, before we make moves. You know, you pray first off, and then this man, he's holding Bible studies in the White House, man, and with a racist ass pastor talking about niggas was best in slavery or some shit he said. Let's see here. Proverbs 8:14 is a good one. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. It's going into wisdom, man. And Esau, Trump don't have no damn. This dude don't have no wisdom at all. You know, he may have some. He got some earthly how to get over on. You know, get over on your ass. You know, wisdom. You know, he'll sue your ass. He knows about that type of stuff. Proverbs 11:14, where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. See, and Trump got a multitude of counselors. They're just not good counselors. Proverbs 12:15, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. That's Trump, man. But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. He just do not hearkening to no counsel, man. Proverbs 15:22, without counsel, purposes are disappointed. But in the multitude of counselors, they are established. Can't get around it. Proverbs 19:20, hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. And this is really for us, you know what I'm saying? But you think that you're running the supposedly the most powerful nation in the world. You will have good counsel. You will have the most wise men around you. You got a goofy. This dude, I'm talking about, you talking about children? This man is really a child, bro. He's an 80-year-old child. This is a good one right here, Proverbs 20:18. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war. Yeah, you're supposed to have good advice, man. You know, somebody had to been telling you, hey, look, nah, don't do that. And you know, you got these guys like Scott Ritter and them, you know, Colonel McGregor. You got all these different generals and, you know, people that was in the military before that's got these podcasts. They seem to give some okay information, you know, some okay counsel. I mean, shit, they got better counsel than what this dude got going on. Proverbs 24:6 is a good one too. For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war, and in a multitude of counselors there is safety. There you go, man. I know it's one in the New Testament with Yahushai. talking about going to war basically. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, Luke chapter 14. I'm gonna start at verse 28, but this is really going off into the men of the Lord. Coming into this truth basically. You got to know what you're into. Know what you've gotten into. You've enlisted into a war. You've been, you can't put the plow down, but just using this in a twofold type of way though. But let me start at verse 28. Luke 14:28. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first, and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it, lest haply, after he had laid the foundation, and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him. So, people are starting to mock Trump right now. It's saying, verse 30, saying this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what, this is the point right here though, or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first, and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000. They didn't count the cost. They didn't, assess like, okay, if we do this, what's gonna happen? They didn't anticipate the Strait of Hormuz being shut down like how it is, and everybody's fucking economies is crashing right now. And there's a lot going on behind that, man, that they're not talking about. So they keeping hush hush, but it's a lot of stuff, information. You just gotta, keep your eyes out, get into some alternative news, because there's some people speaking on it. It's just that your American news is not speaking on it. Verse 32, it says, or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an embassage, and desireth conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. So again, just qualifying that. That's, you have to assess, when you come into this truth, know what you're getting into, know what you're getting involved in, man. It's not for play. Esau, he'll come and arrest your ass if you try and escape his army. So what about the Lord? It's better you not had known this truth, roughly paraphrasing. But anyway, the point that I'm, wanted to make is, Esau, he's doofy as hell. This man, this is just retarded, bro. How you got this man in there and he has absolutely no experience, bro. Trump don't have no experience, though. RFK Jr., the dude that's over the health, he don't have no experience. You got Dr. Oz, this motherfucker is in there. None of them people got no experience, man. Probably about the only person that has some experience is this chick, Caroline Levitt, I think is her name. That lion ass chick that he got that be talking for her. That bitch got skill because she's an expert liar. Other than that, the rest of them people, man, come on, bro. But they loyalists and they listen to Trump. They love Trump. They kiss his ass. When you see him, they all sitting around the table. Great Mr. King, you are so great for being the president. You have done these things, and we're so thankful to you, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, this, Mr. President. Bunch of bullshit. Nobody is checking this man. Like, no, you can't do that, Mr. President. You know what I'm saying? He's doing all kinds of shit. He done took the DOJ. He got this new attorney in there. Todd Blanche, I think is his name. That fucker it's all corrupt, man. And you Americans deserve this kind of shit. You deserve this, man. Y'all deserve this. Look at this dude. Because they was talking about, him being a damn drunk. He looked like he drunk right here. He supposedly got the racist, he in the pool with the racist tattoo on him or whatever that tattoo was. There was a lot of scandal that they should have never allowed this man to be pulled forth, man, into this job. He's inexperienced. Here you go, you doing all, you striking all these boat strikes. They done stopped all that, you know what I'm saying? Killing all those people out there in them boats, talking about drugs. Some of them people was just out there fishing. Been doing a lot of shit. I'm talking about them been doing a lot of shit. And if this thing were to carry on, see, Trump, he'll have that immunity, so to speak. But if this thing were to carry on and they get some Democrats in there, man, they're going to arrest this fucking guy. And and all the rest of them, too. They're going to arrest these people, man. So I'm going to end out there, man. I didn't want to keep it long. I seen this other article on it was this what's this bitch Lindsey Graham's sister. She's up there in a debate, and she's like, oh well, I'm not experienced in warfare. Just some stupid shit she said, and the people was gasping and booing that bitch. Like, what the fuck are you? How you taking over your brother's position? That just shows you how stupid the whole thing is. The bitch don't know nothing. How you taking over his position? And they put her in there. She's debating on a Senate. It's just so you Americans deserve the stupidity that you're going through. You deserve. Matter of fact, let me get my favorite scripture. Let me end out with my favorite scripture, because this boy right here is the truth right here. Ecclesiasticus 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. That's what we're witnessing right now, man. We're living in beautiful times right now. And just know that, see, you're dealing with stupid ass people. So look for stupid outcomes. Just look for, we know that he's going to come down with great wrath, because he know that he had but a short time. So we know all that. So he has no problem being draconian. He has no problems being a savage, a damn scavenger. He has no problems being he's one thing he's good at is being that cunning hunter. He's damn good at hunting. He's damn good with that sword. They'll use that sword, even in a stupid way. So we had to be ready for whatever this man may bring forth, man, because again, he's unhinged. They'll do anything. They don't have this man is unleashed. He doesn't have no restraints, man. You can clearly see it. None of them do. But Trump is the leader. And so just the scripture talks about, just like how the king is, so to speak, that's just like how his subjects are, or his officers are. The people are. Right? So, we got to just be set, man. We waiting on the Lord to make the next move, man. But in the meanwhile, this is a beautiful move that the Lord is making right now, because he's showing this man to be unwise. He's showing this man to be, the Lord is just got him doing stupid shit. That Proverbs 21:1, it says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is in control of the man that's making these moves, man. The Lord got them looking stupid. And there's a scripture that talks about that too. The Lord, man, he will make the Lord will have you out here looking dumb as hell, man. But it's because of that pride. Scripture says that pride cometh before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Look at how prideful they were when they first came in there. Now look at them. They looking real stupid right now. This dude Trump talking about he about to go meet up. He meeting with Kim Jong-un in 2027. Like, what for? What you trying to meet up with him for? What you going to try and talk him out of his weapons? The nuclear weapons that he has? That dude not giving up his weapons. He already know he can't trust y'all motherfuckers. So what you going over there for? Who you need to be setting up a meeting with is these people in Iran, so you can get this fucking gas to go down. Get these groceries back intact. See? So the Lord got him looking pretty doofy out here, man. So I'm ending out there. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala and a Baba Ball.